Welcome to UOW Malaysia KDU. My name is Tze Kang, the Academic Department Head and also the lecturer for APM and AFM in UOW Malaysia KDU. I'm also the expert tutor for ACCA in the last few years. Today, I'm happy to have our alumni or ACCA affiliates from UOW Malaysia KDU to come on board to have a chat with me, sharing their thoughts, their experience, their nice story. Hopefully that will inspire, that will motivate the future ACCA students with us in UOW Malaysia. And I hope this conversation will help everyone to gain insight and learn something good from our scholars. So I have given my introductions about myself. Now I would like our scholar joining me today. We have Izni and Hanafi and then Najihah Abdullah with me over here. And I would like them to start giving a short introductions about themselves. Where they're coming from, what are the scholarship they're getting, and then what is the achievement they have gained and attained throughout the ACCA journey. So good morning to both of you. Izni, I would like to start with you. So you may want to just give a self-introductions for yourself.
Hello, Mr. Chan and everyone. I am Izni binti Hanafi. I am a scholar of Yayasan Peneraju, PAC Scholarship, July 2022 intake. PAC means I was a diploma graduate, then only I took ACCA back in July. I graduated last January and just started working as an accounts executive.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Najihah, over to you.
Hi, my name is Najihah. I am the scholar of Yayasan Peneraju PAC, and I graduated in January 2025. And I passed my ACCA papers on the first attempt for 2012 out of 13 papers.
That was a great achievement for both of you. Both of you have spent almost, I would say, the shortest time in your learning journey in completing one of the challenging qualifications in the professional accountancy. So congratulations to all of you, especially knowing you as a students in the class I taught before. I'm truly proud of two of you. Now, other than the subjects that I taught you, I'm sure everyone would have gone through by staying in the campus, starting from the first subject you learn in FIA or ACCA right until the end. You must have a lot of story to share about the good thing, the fun things that you have experienced and you have gone throughout your learning journey. I would like to ask both of you the first questions more into your study and learning experiences in the campus. So both of you, I know that you are classmates. You have been together in the classes for several subjects for quite some time. I'm sure that both of you must have seen each other work, not only the homework that given by the lecturer, but more importantly, the handwritten notes that you have put up for yourself while you are attending the lecture. Would you mind to tell me, among the friends that you know, especially both of you who know each other, what do you think about the quality of the notes prepared by your friends? Do you think yours is the best or your friend's one is having a better quality of the work? And why do you think so? So that will show how close that both of you are throughout the whole ACCA journey. So maybe we start from Najihah.
For me, I'm not really good at making notes. So most of the time I refer to Izni's notes because Izni is a very detailed person. So what she did is she compiled all the past year question and answers, and it is very easy for me and also her to refer to the question and answer for the last minute revision. I mean, not last minute, but for the final week of the study before examination.
Very good, very good. How about Izni? So do you agree what Najihah said about your notes is having a better one compared to other course-mates?
I think that was right at first because for our first subject, law, I was the first person to start making notes, and then I share with them. But starting from there, they also make their own notes, and from there we exchange. And regarding the compiling past year questions and answers, that was also in the first semester. And for the next semesters, we all divide the tasks. Like I will download and compile past year question and answers. Najihah will download the technical articles. Balkis will download examiner report. So we segregate the tasks and make it more easier rather than only one person having to do all the downloading and compiling tasks.
I think I like the group work. The group spirit is really great. Many students thought taking professional exam like ACCA is a Lone Ranger work. But from what I heard from both of you and your other classmate, I don't think so. I even believe that these are the team spirits that you manage to groom among yourself, which will be able to synergize by learning something good from each other. And these will help to improve your self-ability significantly comparing to other students who are doing on your own. So from what you have shared with me, I have really impressed to see how important to have friends in your study journey of ACCA, and especially friends who are committed, friends who are serious in the study. Good friends can really create positive synergy to influence the rest. I totally agree on this. And I think this message is for the future ACCA students who are coming on board. Remember, chose the good study buddy, just like Izni and Najihah. Now, I'm sure while all of you are sharing your work pertaining to the subject, how about knowing that taking this kind of professional qualifications from the UK is a challenging one? How are you able to manage study and life? Are you dedicating all your days, all your hours just to study the books, just to look at the notes, or do you have time to have fun, going out for exercise, going out for shopping, whatsoever? I may want to hear from Izni. How do you actually strike a balance between your study and your life?
For me, the classes are not every day from Monday to Friday. Maybe in a week, there were only like 3 days class and 2 day free time. And during that free time, that was when we do our personal things such as going out, eating fancy food, and also going to trips together. Actually, we during our 2.5 years together, we've been to quite a few places as a reward for ourselves, like after examination and progress tests.
I didn't know that. I thought that all of you are just like busy at your assignment, your tests. Wow, I can't imagine that all of you are still able to have such leisure time to really enjoy yourself in your school life. What do you think?
Actually, we
Yes.
avoided to post
okay.
what we do during those time because we were afraid of people's thought like they are having fun and then result is not okay. Then that's why we wait for the result to come out first, then only we start throw back what we did.
That is a smart move, Izni. Najihah, so are you having the same fun time like Izni?
Yes,
Or more than that?
definitely. Definitely have more fun sharing moments together. And what I do to balance my personal life and my study life is For me, I like going for brisk walk in the evening. And for example, the class is in the morning. And what I do is I go for a walk at the evening with Izni and also by Keys. I can say for the first semester, we go out for walk like every day. But as soon as we take professional papers, we try to decrease the our
Frequency.
yeah, so that we can focus more on our studies. And yeah, that is how I balance my personal life with my study life.
I really love to hear how enjoying that both of you were, not only in the classroom, but also all the sports, exercise, and outgoing activities with friends. I think we shouldn't see those kind of outing as wasting time or taking away the study time, but it is something that is so essential to indirectly helping all of us to ease out our stress in our study in the classroom, and especially all the demotivation or the negative element at some part of time. So the moment you go out and take a deep breath, go and take a look at other people, talking to other people, have sweat, I think it helps. Do you agree with me?
Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
So guys, I think this is a good answer and a good evidence and example to have what it meant by a balanced study and life balance lifestyle. And this is something that we don't learn in the book, but it is something that you only get to realize the fun of it when you have friends that is joining you up with this kind of exercise. But don't get me wrong, even though it happened to be I'm on alone for my study, I don't have friends, you can still go out and have sweat. I think this is also one of the way to improve and broadening your social network, your interpersonal skills. All these things will come together to form a very, very crucial element in shaping your personal characteristic that will determine who you are, what can you be in the future. Now, I have heard all the fun things about what are you doing during your ACCA study outside the classroom. I would like to bring it back to the classroom. I suppose beside your parents, beside your close family members, lecturers. Lecturers is the next party or the next person that you meet the most throughout your ACCA journey. Not to mention about the team member in our professional accountancy centers that keep nagging you, sending you messages and reminding you this and that. Which lecturers, apart from me, which lecturers that you have the most memorable moment with, and who do you think influenced you the most? Why? Why is that so? You may mention more than one lecturers. If you would like to highlight more than one of them who are so influential and you are having so much of memory in his or her class. Izni, what do you think?
As for me, my most favorite lecturer is my AA and AAA lecturer, Sir Tze Kang. He taught the killer subjects, but AA and AAA turned out to be, for me, like quite one of the easiest subject actually. He made the teaching easily understandable through his way. Like he will give format to answer audit risk, like first start by verb and then the risk. So that's what made me able to pass AA and AAA in one attempt and achieve the top scorer award for both subjects.
Fantastic. Najihah, how about you?
For me, it's also Mr. Tze Kang that teach me AA and AAA. And I like how he simplifies the term in the audit so that we students can understand it more easily and see how the audit flow work in the real life. And he is one of the reasons that I would like to start my career in the audit industry.
Fantastic. I think from both of your sharing, that is how influence a good tutor would have made to the students in not only making a challenging subject become something that is manageable, but more importantly, like what Najihah has mentioned, it even influence your choices of your career directions that you would like to develop. So that would be wonderful on that. Now, I think we have spoke enough on your study and your learning. Let's take a look at your lifestyle in the university, in the campus, in the hostel. Now, I understand that both of you are the scholar from Yayasan Peneraju, and therefore you will need to stay in the hostel within the campus to complete your study journey. Now, tell me, is there any memorable moment in your campus life, especially in the hostel? What do you like for having the hostel in the campus? That's the first question. The second question is that usually, where is the spot, which location in the campus that you spend most time outside the classroom? So, Najihah, what do you think?
For me, what I like about the hostel is the location, which is very near to the academy block. And I can wake up like 30 minutes before class and still make it to the class on time. And memories that I like about staying at accommodation is that we can cook together. So I always cook with Izni and Bakis, and we kind of bond through cooking. And my favorite spot at the hostel is definitely entertainment room and the silent room, which is the silent room is for study, and the entertainment room is for to release stress and tension and play a lot of game provided in the entertainment room.
Very good. I think you are fully utilizing all the facilities and the designs of the hostel to cater for the students' needs and well-being. Very good. Izni, how about you?
I have the exact same answer as Najihah, as I am not a morning person, so the very close distance from hostel to the class is a big bonus for me, as I do not have to wake up like very early in the morning. For the sport, yes, the entertainment room and silent room. Usually when we study for about 1 hour and then we will take a break, just go across the room to the entertainment room to play ping pong and other games.
Very good. So I think it is not necessary every university will have the hostel built within the campus. With this kind of the unique structure of the construction, whereby students can just wake up from the bed and then just within a very short moment of time, they can get themselves ready to sit in the classroom for the lecture. That is something which is not something which every other institutions or university would have. But in UOW Malaysia, KDU, I think all of the scholars would have this kind of luxury. And I can see that both of you are fully utilizing these conveniences and the luxury to the maximum extent. And I suppose that both of you, your cooking skill would have improved a lot over the study life in UOW Malaysia, while all of you are not only discussing how to excel from a study, but also how do you actually settle your cooking. I think that is fun. That is really, really fun in the university life. Now, since both of you have mentioned that you are the recipient of the sponsorship from Yayasan Peneraju, maybe you would like to share with me, knowing that when Yayasan Peneraju or any sponsorship body setting aside certain amount of financial resources to support the scholar, it always comes with certain expectation or KPI that require the scholar to meet. And remember, the more financial support from the sponsor, the higher the target, the higher the KPI that expected the scholar to achieve and maintain. Failure to achieve and maintain that, it will turn the sponsorship into become a study loan that require repayment. So both of you are well aware of all this mechanism right at the beginning when you attend the briefing of the contract from the representative in Yayasan Peneraju. My questions to both of you: how do you actually manage expectation and the KPI of the sponsorship body? So Najihah, your secret.
For me, I always put my study first before my personal interest, because through study, we have to maintain, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 30% of the mark for progress test and mock exam. And what I do is I always allocate extra time of my 24 hours to study so that I can reach that KPI.
Izni, what is the secret?
Yes, for me, first and foremost, of course, the attendance in class, because Yayasan Peneraju requires 100% attendance, right? So, of course, attendance, and secondly, on the study, try to manage our time wisely, because we are informed of the progress tests, mock exams, and also the final exams at the very start of the semester. So from there, we can allocate time on how many hours or minutes per day to study. You don't have to necessarily spend a lot of time in a day. For me, a small progress is still a progress. So as long as I study something, although it is just doing one objective question per day, it will eventually lead to a good result. So the key is consistency, I would say.
I can really understand what makes both of you become the great scholar who achieve a great academic performance throughout your ACCA journey. Prize winner, straight pass. I think the answer behind all these great achievements, what I learned and heard from both of you are two things. Number one, prioritize your goal. What is the most important goal in your life at each point of time? Like what Najihah has mentioned, when you have set a right priority, you naturally will know how to allocate your resources, particularly your time, to achieve something that is most important for you at that point of time. As for Izni, I learned second thing from you. One small little progress and achievement, it's still something that make you feel proud and good. And as long as you keep moving, you will be able to achieve what you want. As long as you don't stop and stand still. You have to keep moving, no matter how big is a step or how little the step is. As long as you keep moving, you keep attempting, even though it is just one question at a time, you are still learning something from that. So I think these are the two important attributes or mindset for any students that would like to pursue professional qualification. And now, all these are the secret of success that we found from both of these excellent scholars in Yayasan Peneraju. Now, we have heard enough your secret in dealing with managing expectations, meeting the KPI from Yayasan Peneraju. Guys, congratulations that you are now coming to the finishing line of the ACCA. You have finished the tough race. You have reached to the other shore of the river. Now you are a graduate, or we call ACCA affiliate. As an ACCA affiliate, both of you, I would like to ask, apart from knowledge you learn in books and from the lecturer, what are the additional bonuses, skills, and knowledge you gain from your own learning journey in ACCA, apart from the knowledge from the book? So Izni, what is your answer?
As for me, the most valuable skill that I obtained throughout ACCA journey is time management and a strong attention to detail. Because in my while studying, we have been taught to only read the question and scenarios given once and then transfer to the Excel or word processor at the same time to avoid reading the questions 2-3 times. And that actually saved a lot of time because in my most exams, I would end up having at least half an hour free time as I managed to answer all questions, and then we'll have the free time to recheck my answers. And in the working life, this time management is important because we have deadline to catch up and we need to plan our day accordingly on what to settle today to achieve the deadline by like the end of the month. Whereas for the strong attention to detail, by reading the question only once and transfer to the Excel or spreadsheet, to the Excel or word processor, we train ourselves to be very attentive to details, and that is one of the most important traits for an accountant, as every detail is important and we need to avoid any error as possible.
Do you still remember who is the lecturers who taught you all these skills?
It was Mr. Chai because in AFM, because actually I am one of the students who read the questions 2-3 times, then only I do the Excel or Word. But then Mr. Chan trained us to read only once. So that was really, really helpful.
Proud of you, Izni. Najihah, how about you? What is a secret?
For me, the very valuable skill that I learned throughout my ACCA is time management and also critical thinking skills. For time management, I learned that time management is very important, especially when I am going into audit industry, which the work could be piled up to the roof, and I have to manage my time well to complete the task according to their deadline. And for their critical thinking skills, it is how I develop my critical thinking skills is that we all know the ACCA question is very hard and require more than technical skills. And I find it useful when going to interview where my interviewer like to ask like very like challenging question, and I can utilize that skill to answer that question. And my interviewer give me feedback that they like how I answer the question. And for me, that will help me to progress further in the interview stage.
I think both of you have highlighted a very important elements, the things that you learn beyond the books. It's throughout the journey of taking the exam on every single subject in ACCA, from the mindset and approach strategies taught by different tutor, it indirectly, unconsciously, giving you a lot of hands-on survival skills in solving the problem in the presence of time constraint, with the challenging questions that coming to you, with the expectation of earning 50 marks within the time. All these survival skills, putting them together, it's the one that really make everyone, including both of you, success in your examination. I suppose these are the skills, problem-solving skills are equally important when you bring it to your work life. And not only work life, allow me to also extend this to family life. We all face problems in any avenue: study, work, family. There is nothing to be afraid of problems. What we should do is to face it, deal with it, overcome it. And I'm glad to hear both of you managed to pick up a lot of strong survival skills, strong problem-solving skills. Excellent. Now, as a graduate and affiliate, if I were to ask both of you to imagine, turn the clock back to the point before you step into the doorstep of ACCA, what do you think about professional accountancy? Boring? Dull? Qualification? You only learn double entry, debit, credit? Was that what you think at the time? Now you are at the other side of the shore. You have gone through the whole journey in ACCA. You have experienced all the subject in ACCA. What is the biggest change in your thought and perception to professional accountancy? What do you think, Izni?
Yes, as for me, I did not expect ACCA to be this hard, actually. Because coming from diploma background, diploma was actually quite laid back. As we also have carry marks consist from presentation and assignments, but ACCA is 100% exam based. So your 100 marks solely comes from your performance on the exam day. So first, that's why I said consistency is the key, because your consistency from the past 6 months is what determine your performance on the exam day. Secondly, sorry, I forgot what is the question.
What do you think that professional accountancy is all about after going through ACCA? Is it only just preparing financial report? Is it just double entry or more than that?
So when I pursue the qualification myself, I finally see the broad picture of the accountancy world, as it is not only debit, credit, and financial statements. For example, the subject SBL, it barely have any financial statements, which is very different from the usual accounting subjects. And we are also being exposed with the importance of sustainability, which is evolving and being required by all the industries currently.
Very good to hear that. Najihah, what do you think? The change in your mindset on professional accountancy?
For me, previously, I also took diploma, which diploma is all about numerical numbers. But when I stepped into ACCA, we have to explain the calculation in a very systematic way so that our examiner will understand what we write in the exam. And my perception about the professional accountancy is that it is not only limited to financial statements, but we also learn about audit, tax, and finance, and we can choose to start our career in any of that field. And for me, that is very valuable, and I appreciate what ACCA has taught me along the way.
I think I can take up and sense the change in your understanding on professional accountancy from what we used to think this is the width of the door or the gate for professional accountancy. But once you have gone through the whole journey in ACCA, if I were to ask you to judge the width of the gate of professional accountancy, it will be from this kind of the width to borderless. Particularly if you manage to blend in the knowledge you learn in different subjects. The more you are able to integrate things into your life, the wider the door gates that is waiting for you to discover. I suppose that this is what both of you are experiencing, and keep discovering to even broaden up the door gate for the knowledge you learn in professional accountancy. We are now coming to the final part of these chats and dialogue. We would like to hear from both of you, advices that you would like to give and share with two groups of the audience who are watching this discussion. First audience, for those school leavers, either from secondary school or diploma leavers, what advice will you give them in deciding should they go into professional accountancy career pathway? Should they take on professional accountancy courses like ACCA? That is the first advice I would like to hear from both of you. The second advice is for those who are watching this interview or discussion and you are currently doing your ACCA, being an ACCA student, what advice would you like to give to them? So Najihah, over to you.
Okay, for the school leavers, I would say it is still worth it to pursue the professional accountancy like ACCA because you can join a lot of industry like audit, commercial, or even tax. And these jobs are still in demand these days. And for the scholars who are pursuing ACCA, I would like to say do your best to finish all of your ACCA papers because all of your effort will be worth it at the end because it will be rewarding as soon as you receive the professional certificate.
Well done, well done. Glad to hear that, especially you received the final stage of the result where all the subjects that you got is 50 marks and above, and then you will see a message and say, congratulations, you are now the ACCA affiliate. That kind of short message is really, really, I would say, valueless in terms of money cannot measure the happiness, the excitement that you have, this kind of message from the ACCA. Izni, what is the words of advice to this group of the students?
So firstly, for the school leavers, I would say please pursue the professional qualification at the very young age as being able to pursue it at full time is indeed a privilege. Because if you plan to pursue it later, maybe after degree, by that time you will already be occupied with your work and you need to make a lot more sacrifices in your time to dedicate your time to study for the professional qualification. So if you are able to take the qualification now, please do it so, especially if you manage to obtain a scholarship like Yayasan Peneraju. Secondly, why I said so is also usually if you go to big firms, they will require professional qualification. So if you obtain employment with them, they will sponsor your professional qualification. But that is when the sacrifice I said just now. So if you are able to do it now, just do it now rather than waiting later.
Very good.
For the current ACCA candidates, my advice is do your best. The journey is not easy, but it will be worth it in the end. And secondly, the hard truth is that although you have ACCA, the job hunting journey is not easy. So try to find more valuable skills and training to equip yourself with the industry. Especially that ACCA does not have internships just like degree. So we need to make ourselves stand up. So if it's possible to go for voluntary internship during semester breaks, please try to do so.
Great advice from both of you. I love it. Now, I think to wrap up the advice that both of you are given, I can therefore tell school leaver, wait no more, act now. Time is money. The sooner you get into the professional qualification, the younger that you will be able to come up with the qualification. You will therefore have plenty of time to discover your true potential in it. And the younger age that you get into this kind of study, the less that you pay, obviously, because time is money. As for the ACCA students, currently you're pursuing your ACCA journey, no matter what are the obstacles, challenges, setbacks that you are facing. What I learned from both of you, never give up. Never give up. Try your very best at any stage of time. I always tell the students when they text me after the exam, I say, so long as you have tried your best, there is no regret. As long as we focus on our process well, let the outcome be whatever it is. If the outcome is good, let's cheer for it. If the outcome is less satisfactory, don't give up. Let's come back stronger and let's carry on the journey, finish the race. Everyone will be able to finish the race to become an ACCA affiliate as long as you do not give up. Keep moving. So thank you very much for both of you, your time to spare with me today, sharing your valuable, great, and fun experience in your whole ACCA journey. I wish both of you a great, bright future in your future undertaking with the knowledge and the title you carry as the future ACCA member. With that, my name is Tze Kang. Thank you for watching on this dialogue and discussion. Take care. Bye.